Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today on this new Excel sheet I am working on. So this one is for the pick. I don't know if anybody ever played the pick, which is six numbers and pick lottery. We have one here in Arizona called the Pick Lottery, which is this. The pick is it comes with six numbers and six numbers drawn I think it's like every other day. See the 12th, the 14th, the 16th, the 19th. So if you look at a date, the 12th was on a Saturday, the 14th on a Monday, 16th is on a Wednesday, and then the 19th is on a Saturday. So it seems like it plays kind of the same time when Powerball plays. So with this one, I created this Excel sheet to where we can try to generate some numbers here. And I was just doing some testings right now, but something came up really cool with this information. So like here's the numbers. So this numbers here is all here. And there's a cool thing I have that I've created. So there's three sheets in this one. The data sheet, which is all the numbers here. And this is where if you enter numbers here and you hit add new info, it goes all the way to the bottom of the list automatically for you. And then when you do that and you hit update here, this all automatically updates here for us. And then this is the frequency page, which is it helps us draw the last number, the last 100 draws. And the last 100 draws is how we try to use the what the next numbers will come up as. So these ones are already updated. So it pulls from here. And the way it works is pretty much pick the pick game. The rules on this one, I believe it's numbers from it's from one to 44. Yeah, so here it is. It says how to play the pick. It says choose quick pick and let the computer select. So it's yeah, so 101, 1 to 44 are the numbers. And the way you win is if you get three numbers, you get pretty much $3. If you get four numbers, it's $50. You got five numbers, you get $2,000. If you hit all five exactly, then you would hit the jackpot. So that's the way it works on this one. And I believe the tickets on these ones are maybe $1 per game. So $1 per game. But I'm pretty sure you have those bonuses or the extra balls or whatever. Maybe you can boost. I'm not sure. I had never really played the pick, but I like to do Excel sheets because I want to help people win. And that's the goal here. And this is the data page here. So we want to make sure we have data. And these are actual data for Arizona. So if it's in a different state, if you have different games like this that you guys play, because some states have different games that you can play, which it's kind of similar to that. But if you guys want the different spreadsheets be created, let me know. I can always create one in your state. We always try to do the best I can to help people win in lottery games. So this is the dashboard here. This is the main dashboard. So here's all 100. I'm sorry, I keep saying 100. It's 1 to 44 are the numbers. These are all the hot and cold numbers. All the hot numbers are here. All the cold numbers are here. And these are overdue numbers. Overdues and how many days or how many games the last draw when that number showed up. So it tells you how many days are how many games are here. The last time this, for an example, number 12 hasn't been drawn for 77 games. So 77 games last time number 12 has been drawn, right? So that's and then from there it automatically highlights which ones these numbers are from here to show you. And then I have a button that I created where you can generate new numbers. So I was messing with this earlier, and the last number that came up here is this is the 14th draw, right? The 14th draw. And then the 16th is the number here. This is 5, 23, 17, 32, 38, and so these are the numbers that were drawn, right? So this is the last winning numbers here. And let me just go ahead and increase the size on this so you guys can see it. Let's make it to 24. That's too big. 22, 20. Okay, 20 is good. All right, so it's 5, 23, 27, 32, 33, and 38. So these were the numbers that were drawn. Let's put it into a box so it'll be easier to read. 38, because this is only one box. Go ahead and make that into a bigger box and split them up. Boost the size to 20. All right, so these were the last winning numbers that came up. So what I was doing is that I pressed this button with the data that I have, and these are the numbers that came up. This is 5 different draws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next thing you know, look at all this. 5 is down here in the last row. I know that it's not consistent in one row, but this one has 3 numbers that came up in that same column or the same row. So 5, 23, 27, 32, 38. So pretty much the only number that didn't show up is this 33, but all the other numbers came up. So, but this is what I was using was the data off of what we have already, right? So that's the way this game is played, is just really using the data. So let's go ahead and throw those numbers in here. What I just pulled up here. Let me see. Where's my sheet of this number? So let's update this. So this is how you use this. So it's July 16, 2025. That's 5, 23, 27, 32, 33, 38. So from here, you add the info. It says automatic row added to row 117. So then if you scroll down right here, see this one, there's a new number, and we'll just make this orange so it matches. And then from here, what will happen is if all the numbers are here, so let's say right now 33 is 16, you update, see it turns to 17. All the other numbers that were chosen is also updated because it's drawing the last 100 numbers. Right, so, but it tells you like this row about at the bottom is how many times this number has played. The same thing. So the cold numbers are, I'll show here, cold number is number 5. And that's why it shows here cold number. Even this here, so let's go and hit update. So this data information will update with the information. See? Updates here now to 16. So this number that I just put here is now at the bottom. Now, these overdues will also update here if you press this button. See, now it's 77 days, now it went to 78 days because 12 was never drawn. So let's go ahead and update the sheet and see if anything will hit with the new data. And the next number that's supposed to come up is right here, 10, 23, 24, 35, 41, and 42. So let's put this in here. 10, 23, oh, 24, 35, 41, and 42. So that's the next winning number. So let's see if anything hits here based off of this data that we just entered. So let's hit update. So here it is. So the 10 is here. So let's highlight them. So let's make it red. So 10, 23 came up over here. 0, 24. Do you see 24? No, there's no 24. What about 35? 41. 41 came up twice. 35 is here. Then what else do you see? 23 is here. So these are all the numbers that came up, it looks like. Am I missing anything? I think that's it. See, this one is 3 in a row again. 23, 35, 41. So automatic generates these numbers, but it's picking off of the hot numbers and it's picking off the cold numbers and then random, whatever that's not being played. Sometime might be playing the overdue numbers here, because the overdue numbers are here. Is there like 41 was an overdue number? Guess what? 41 came up. So 41 was chosen here. And then the hot numbers was 35. See, 35 still played. Is there any other hot numbers here? 23 was a cold number, but it's not overdue, but it's still a cold number because if you look at the frequency 23, 23 was a cold number. So if you go back over here, 23 has 10 draws, right? 10 times it came up in the last 100 draws. So that's how this one works. And so that's the data sheet. But yeah, so that's, and then when you hit this update, it automatically pulls numbers for to highlight the number, the colors for you. But when you play, you can use the button and get 5 different draws, and this will, I mean, if it's $1, you spend $5 here. But with this, you would have won your at least $3 back. Excuse me. All right, so but that's how this whole thing works. So next is I know that we're not gonna win well with the next numbers or anything with using this number because I don't know what the next number is. But you can also test a sheet. You can do it this way. You can take some of the numbers off. So let's take these off. I'm gonna save them. So I'm put it on the side over here. And then I'm gonna delete this, right? So we're gonna delete this. So now we can base it off of these numbers here. So let's do frequency update. Boom, it updated. Now we go to the dashboard. Let's update these numbers. See, just back to June the 30th, because the data here, the next number that we played is July the 2nd. So let's go ahead and delete this, make it back to white, and next numbers that was played on the 2nd, let's update those. It was 10, 15, 28, 29, 33, and 44. 10, 15, 28, 39, 44. See, it's right here. It's the same numbers. All right, so we updated this information here, and then we update the cold hot numbers now. See, 12 was 771 games at that time, right? So, and then from here, everything else has been calculated, populated, and let's go ahead and hit the generate numbers. Boom. See if any numbers are here that are hitting. Like 15 is here. Um, yeah, I mean, this one doesn't really came up with anything except for 44. 15 and 44, those are the only ones that came through. You see it? 33, 29, nothing. 28, 15, 10, nothing. There's only 3 numbers that was picked up from that number. But this one wouldn't have won anything at all, right? But you can always, if the number looks good with you to play, that's really up to you. You know, you can play these or choose some numbers off of them and create them on your own. You can do that, or you can choose from these numbers here to try to get the next number. So let's try to generate another one. So every time you hit the button, it's always going to randomly choose new numbers for you. Like this one has 10 here. 10 was chosen. 15 is down here. There's no 28. There's no 29. There's a 33. 33 and 44. So it chose 4 numbers out of this for you. 28 and 29 are the only one that wasn't chosen, but 4 out of 6. You know, let's try another one. See if we can get all 6 in one basket here. So there's 10. 10 came out 2 times. And then there's no 15. There's a 28 and a 29 in this one. 28, 29. Is there a 33? No, no 33. But there's no 44 either. So that one just it chose a couple numbers, several numbers in that one. Let's try another one. So 10, there's no 10. Is there a 15? 28. This one really didn't do anything. Here's a 33 and a 40. This is a 43. This is a 44. So this only chose one number. So, but that's the way this chart works. You know, this Excel sheet for the pick game, lottery game. So if it's something that will be useful to you, I mean, it's a really cool tool because you're really using live data. So let's try the next number. So let's go ahead and put this number back in. So we go ahead and put this number back in here. Let's copy it and let's just paste it here. And we can delete the number over here. delete, and there we go. So now we can go ahead and hit the frequency update. It's updated the numbers for us, and then this will be updated as well. See, now it goes to the second. And now we can go ahead and update the hot and cold numbers, and we can go ahead and generate the next number, which is 4, oh, 4, 5, 14, 21, 34, 40, right? So now we can go ahead and use that data to update, give us new numbers. So this one has a 5, sorry, 14. I don't see a 14. I see 21 came out twice on that play. 34 shows up in there. 40 shows up in there. So the only number that didn't show up in this one is 4 and 14 didn't show up. But there's 4 numbers in there in this box. We choose another one. Let's see if we can get a 4. There's no 4, but there's a 14 now. There's a 5, 14. There's no 21. There's no 34, or there's 140 up here. Let's try another one. This one has a 5. There's a 21. There's 2 21s here. There's a 34. And then there's no 40. So this one has a 4 now. 4. So like I say, this one is one of the sheets that I built. So if you guys want to get take advantage of it, use it. Maybe it work for you in your state if you guys play the pick, or if there's any numbers. But this one that goes up to between 1 to 44 numbers, and it's just something that I developed for to make help people play faster or even smarter. Because if you understand, if you play the history numbers of itself, it's always going to be using real data. You know what I mean? So, but let's just go and put this information back and paste it back in here so I get all the updated numbers here. There we go. Put this back to white. Get this removed out of the way. Now we can update this. Update. Now it's to the 16th. Update all this information here. Now we can generate new numbers. So if you were to play tonight's numbers, here's some numbers here. All threes. A 4, 5, 13, 20, 25, 27. So these are some promising numbers. But that's all I wanted to share. I'll go ahead and end this video now so that way you guys can learn more. If you guys want to learn more, I'll go ahead and put the link in the chat, or maybe in the well in the description, so that way you guys can go ahead and just go to that site and just go ahead and purchase this. And when you guys purchase it, it's really simple how this is set up. When you purchase it, it'll go it'll it'll let you download a PDF file. There's gonna be a button on there you just press, and it'll take you to my website where you can go ahead and get signed up on the username and password, and then there'll be videos that comes with this, so that way you understand how to play this sheet and everything else. But I just show with you how it is, so it's gonna be kind of the same point of view. And then from there, just see if you can make some money off of this, make some winnings out there. All right. Well, have yourself a good day. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.